what are you doing?
I'm just trying to better understand my dressage test.
You always were a square peg in a round hole type of kid, weren't you?
Yep, I was. G'day, welcome to Evention. If you've ever had a dressage lesson, you've likely been told that accuracy is key to riding good dressage tests. Today, we're going to give you some tips on how to ride 3 of the most basic shapes in the dressage arena and how to ride them better. And we're going to film the whole thing from the judge's perspective to give you an idea of what the judge sees when you ride your test. Let's get started. All right guys, shape number 1, 20-meter circles, riding them at either E or B in the center of the arena. Now, the key to riding accurate circles is locating 4 points of the circle. So rather than thinking riding a circle without any kind of guide, think more about creating a cross in the middle of the circle and riding around from point to point. So, in the middle of the arena, we're lucky because we already have 2 points of the circle labeled out for us, and that is the letters right on the long side. Now we have to find the 2 points that will lie on the center line. So, walk 10 meters out and be right in the middle of the ring. Today I'm using these little lindonettis, which a friend of mine made. You could use witches' hats or whatever. And then we're going to, once we've established the middle and we're on the center line, we're going to walk 10 meters up. Now, for those of you that don't work in meters, 1 meter equals 3.3 feet. And most of the time, or the average person's footstep is about 1 meter. So we're not going to be super duper accurate here, but it's going to be close enough. So, looking at the center line here, I'm going to walk up 10 meters. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, so now I'm going to place a marker here, a little bit back from where I actually walked it, because I'm going to have to ride my horse around it. And this here is one of my points. So let's go back to the middle. So, taking my other little marker, I'm going to now walk 10 meters down the center line the other way. 1, 2, 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, and then put the marker back here a little. And so now that you can see, roughly, I have 4 points of my circle. Now, when I'm training this or practicing it, what I will do is try and get the curve as smooth as possible from one point to another. And then as we ride it, we've always got to remember to be, as we cross one point, we're looking to the next one so that we don't drift outwards and have an egg shape. All right, let's head to a Schrammo shout out. Today's shout out goes to the Equine Foundation of Canada, which was the first registered charitable organisation dedicated to equines. You can find out more at equinefoundation.ca. Welcome back, guys. So shape number 2 is not so much of a shape, but more riding in a straight line when you ride down the center line. First step, maybe make yourself a little gate around where X is. It will help give you an idea of where your straight line keeps going as you go, and also if you're practicing your halts, you'll know exactly where you need to halt. Second tip is as you go around your corner before you turn up a center line, is start to turn your head and look for the judge early in your turn before you hit A. Otherwise, if you don't turn early enough or you wait too long, you may find that you'll overshoot your center line. Last but not least, a thing I like to imagine when I come down the center line is like I'm riding down a 4-foot wide corridor on my horse, and I don't want my stirrups to bang the sides of the walls. It's kind of a good way of visualizing how all the little things that you need to do and how straight you can keep him. Okay guys, last but not least, corners. It doesn't matter what test you ride, you're always going to have corners. My first tip for riding better corners is ride an actual corner. Probably the most common problem we see with them is that they actually turn the corners into more of a circle. They actually get in there, and what you can do to help you train that is by using your same witch's hat or your marker or whatever, pull it out just from the edge of the ring here and actually make yourself ride around it rather than just cutting across. My second point is don't lose impulsion through the corner. So as you ride your horse deep in there, your horse has got to work a little bit harder there for those couple of steps, and if he's a little bit lazy, you don't want him coming out of the corner with a much slower, lazier trot. So keep the impulsion even as you're riding around that turn. Last but not least, the aids that we use when we ride the corner are our inside leg especially and our outside rein. So our inside leg, we bend the horse around that, and that stops him from falling in through the corner. And our outside rein kind of acts sort of like a guide rail on a turn when you're driving in your car. It will stop the horse from bulging out and hitting the side of the ring as we come out of our turn. So I'm going to walk through this once and then come through at the trot. So we want to think about flex him, put him around our inside leg, and then our outside rein stops him from keep on bulging out. And let's pick up the trot and ride it once through in the trot. So I want to approach him with a nice, good trot here, and then think flex him, and outside rein stops him from hitting the side of the ring. That was a little bit dodgy. Let me try that one more time. And the best thing you can do with corners is to practice, 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 and get really comfortable with them. Oh, good boy. It's much harder on a big horse than it is a small horse, but they have to be just as balanced anyway. All right, guys, I hope you picked up a few tips to help you be a little bit more accurate in your dressage test. Best of luck. See you next week.